think of the world's great red wine grapes, Cabernet Franc doesn't usually come to mind first. It's less planted, it's less famous, it's often a supporting act, a backing vocalist rather than a headliner. But what if I told you that behind this modest facade lies one of the most influential grapes in wine history? Without it, its more famous children, Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, wouldn't even exist. Today, from Tuscany to the Napa Valley to Niagara, winemakers are discovering Cabernet Franc's solo potential. But here in the Loire, it has always been a star. In this session, we'll explore why the Loire is the ideal home for Cabernet Franc, how its appellations reveal such a wide range of styles, and why its light, fruity, refreshing character makes it such a perfect food wine and such an emblem of the Loire today. Cabernet Franc is one of the oldest red grape varieties cultivated in France, with roots going back more than 2,000 years. It descends from Biturica, a cultivar mentioned by the Roman writer and naturalist Pliny the Elder. Its birthplace was likely the Basque country in Spain, but from there it made its way into Aquitaine, then up into the Loire, possibly as early as the 1st century AD. What we know for sure is that by the Middle Ages, it was already firmly established in the Loire, thanks to busy trade routes linking Bordeaux with Brittany. Cabernet Franc's Loire story really accelerated in the 17th century. Cardinal Richelieu, a very powerful French statesman of the time, sent cuttings of Bouschet, aka Cabernet Franc, from Bordeaux to the abbot Breton, with instructions to plant them in Bourgueil, Fontevraud, and Chinon. The grape quickly took root in the region and over time adopted the local name Breton, which it still uses today. Some say the name comes from the abbot himself, others say it was named for the Breton ports it arrived through, but either way, the vines flourished. This was the era of the Loire Renaissance. Rabelais, born in Chinon, praised Loire reds in his works, especially La Dive Bouteille, making wine a symbol of freedom, of truth, of wisdom, and pleasure. At the same time, Cabernet Franc was gaining favor with the nobles at court. But how did it spread so quickly in the Loire, winning a new name and seducing both writers and aristocrats? Because it was perfectly suited to the region. Cabernet Franc's early ripening and cold tolerance make it ideal for the Loire's mixed climate, which balances continental and oceanic influences. Springs are mild, summers are long and warm but never extreme, allowing slow, complete ripening right through to full phenolic maturity. The result? Fine tannins, lively acidity, and bright fruit. Cabernet Franc also adapts beautifully to the Loire's different soils. On chalky tuffeau and clay limestone soils, it produces structured, taut wines. On gravels and sands, it's juicier with more upfront fruit. And on schist and clays, it has more depth and more tension with earthier notes. So Cabernet Franc found its spiritual home in the Loire, a place where it could finally shine on its own and not just be a blending partner. From the start, it revealed a personality distinctly different from Bordeaux, lighter, more aromatic, more floral with supple tannins. Yet, after this promising beginning, Cabernet Franc suffered a steep decline. The phylloxera crisis of the 1880s, 2 world wars, post-war rural exodus, and the industrialization of viticulture all took their toll. By the mid-20th century, high-yielding clones and mass production had really stripped it of its character, creating instead wines that were thin and acidic. Well into the 1970s and early 1980s, Cabernet Franc was often relegated to anonymous carafes in cheap Parisian bistros. Fortunately, a major turnaround came in the 1990s. A new generation of committed vignerons reduced yields, worked with greater precision in the vineyard, and increasingly adopted organic and biodynamic practices. Their efforts restored Cabernet Franc's rightful status. The grape soon became a cornerstone of the natural wine movement and captured the attention of young sommeliers worldwide. Today, Loire Cabernet Franc wines are crafted to reveal the purest, most nuanced expression of the grape. Low temperature fermentations, indigenous yeasts, gentle extraction, and very restrained use of oak. Drinkability is really key, and terroir differences are highlighted through the many single vineyard bottlings that are springing up. For sommeliers, Loire Cabernet Franc is a go-to red. Huge drinkability, great balance, light oak imprint, if any, and fine tannins. It's fresh, fruity, peppery, floral profile makes it highly versatile for pairings, and its top wines have great ageability. Here in Canada, we're already seeing consumers turning towards lighter, fresher reds that are lower in alcohol and rooted in meaning, authenticity, origin, sustainable practices, and Loire Cabernet Franc really fits this movement perfectly. It's easy drinking, it has a great backstory, and it really reflects differences in terroir. It's often produced sustainably and increasingly organically or biodynamically. Each appellation brings its own nuance. Chinon is a true mosaic of soils and exposures, producing highly aromatic wines that range from juicy to very structured. Bourgueil and Saint-Nicolas de Bourgueil give fruity, approachable reds with underlying complexity and tannic structure, especially on the clay limestone parcels. Samur Champigny has a lot of limestone, purity, vibrancy, and tension, but quite velvety tannins. Anjou, including Anjou Village and Brissac, tends to give more peppery, dark-fruited styles with real depth. And Saumur Puy Notre-Dame shows breadth, persistent, and long aging potential. To illustrate these two different styles, let's taste two striking examples. We're going to start with the Béatrice et Pascal Lambert. This is their cuvée Terrasse. This is a Chinon. The estate was founded in 1987 in Cravant-les-Coteaux, which is quite near Chinon. It's an 18-hectare estate called Domaine Les Chénailles. The Terrasse parcel comes from their young Cabernet Franc vines on sand and gravel, and it gives a style that is really quite fruity, quite supple, quite bright on the palate. And then you get lovely lip-smacking acidity. It's full-bodied. It's got some nice structure to it, but the tannins are really fine. So this was hand-harvested, fermented, and aged in 9 months in concrete vats. And then we're going to move on to the second wine, which is the Domaine des Roches-Neuves Saumur Champigny, La Marginale 2023. So this is from the great Thierry Germain, a major Loire figure. Born in Bordeaux, mentored by Charlie Foucault of Clos Rougeard, he's really one of the pioneers of organics and minimal intervention. The estate is in Varennes, which is near Saumur. It's about a 28-hectare estate fragmented into 61 different parcels, certified organic and biodynamic. So we've got some quite chalky subsoils here, sandy with a lot of clay limestone topsoils, tension, freshness. And so let's taste this one. So here we really have a slightly denser, earthier nose, a lot of black and blue fruit with the red fruit as well. And on the palate, a lot of tension, a lot of structure. This is a full-bodied cuvée with those lovely tannins, bright and fresh. A lot of energy here. So we're on a stainless steel ferment here at cool temperatures. And then we have about 3 to 4 months in stainless steel and wooden vats. And then afterwards bottled without sulfur, really the goal being to preserve as much freshness as possible. So two styles that are quite strikingly different, but both really show off what Cabernet Franc has to offer. In the Loire, Cabernet Franc has truly found its voice. Through the centuries, it has been the wine of choice for free spirits, for royal courts, and for new generation winemakers. It has survived countless challenges, wars, disease, industrial agriculture, and through it all, it has flourished here where it has always been allowed to shine on its own. Behind every bottle lies the elegance of an ancient grape, the sincerity of a terroir, and the passion and commitment of its vignerons and producers.